Hi, this is Mike Giannetti from Spot Track breaking down Tyreek Hill's historic extension with the Miami Dolphins after a historic trade to the Miami Dolphins from the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a 4-year, $120 million extension in terms of new years, new money, but there's certainly some fluff built into that, as you'll see at the bottom of this contract. We'll start at the top. It's a $25.5 million signing bonus, pretty standard for a sizable contract like this. The cap hit stays relatively low at about $6.4 million. That's including a Pro Bowl incentive that's likely to be earned because he's been to 6 straight Pro Bowls, as you probably know. Other than that, pretty standard procedure here. Low cap hit in year one, $26 million cash. That's a heck of a lot more than he was scheduled to make, about $18 million prior to this contract. Year two, over $26 million of cash yet again, with tons of options to restructure here from Miami, which I expect them to do. There's certainly that $10 million roster bonus that can get converted with some void years to really dump some cap down here, or any of that $16 million base salary. So there's 26 to work with here. I expect something to get done, if not all of it, to get restructured next year. And really what that does is it makes this a 4-year contract. So in terms of the actual guarantee structure, especially at signing, the $52.5 million is over the first 2 seasons, but another 19 and change from 2024 fully locks in next March. So the next 3 seasons are all his come March 2023, and that's $72.5 million. So it's a really incredible first 3 years. But because I'm anticipating that restructure and how much cap is going to be pushed down the line potentially, I think he gets to that 4th year, which is relatively friendly right now. You know, yes, it's a $22 million salary. Yes, there's a roster bonus. But in the grand scheme of things, by 2025, we should be staring at a $250 to $260 million salary cap for the league. So a $28 million cap hit for a 31-year-old wide receiver may be too much just because of the age, the state of the team in terms of contention. But it won't be because of the salary cap. I mean, and certainly you can restructure some of that and free up or even extend him at that point to free that cap space a little bit. But I think it's likely right now, as we stare at things, that this is a 4-year, $95.4 million contract, which is still mega strong. And then we get to the fluff, which is a $44 million salary, really $45 million cash, and a whopping $50.1 million cap hit. And again, that's before any kind of restructure next year. So certainly the 2026 season is fluffy and is really just basically a dummy year, allowing that signing bonus to prorate and certainly a restructure to prorate as much as possible. But, by the way, it also helps the contract get to $120 million, which allows him to be a $30 million per year player, which he's not actually a $30 million a year player, but 4 years, $95.4 million. That's still pretty darn good for Tyreek Hill.